Welcome to the Dialogue Internet Radio Network and Season 3 of the Tony the Tagger Sun Bowl podcast with Eddie Morelos, Media Relations Director for the Sun Bowl Association. Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Dialogue Internet Radio Network. Yes, I am Abel Rodriguez, and yes, this is another episode of the Tony the Tagger Sun Bowl with Edward Morelos. He is the Public Information Officer for the Sun Bowl Association here in town. And here we are. We're doing the podcast. We started early this year, which is a good thing because you had a lot of events. But hey, welcome, man. How you doing?
We're back here, back in the studio of Dialogue Internet Radio. I'm happy to be back in Tortuga Studios. And
sorry I dressed down today. Bro.
Hey, it's all right. I dressed up. So again, like I told you beforehand, we'll balance it out. Life is all about balance. So
well, it's real easy. I'm older and I don't care, and you're younger and you're still working.
There we go. There we go. So again, balance. Yeah, we've been pretty busy over at the Sun Bowl Association. We have already started on our events. You know, this past summer we had a new board installation, and we put a party on for the volunteers, and that was in July.
Top Golf.
Yeah, over at Top Golf, and I think you were there.
Yes,
and
I
was.
was.
A lot of fun, wasn't it?
It was really great, and actually, believe it or not, that was my first time.
Oh wow!
Ever.
Wow.
To Top, even in the parking lot.
Holy cow!
Top Golf, and I had seen it, and I wondered what it was about, and I've heard people talk about it, but
yeah.
I was blown away. I was quite impressed. I had fun.
That's awesome. So again, that started things off for us, and then after that, recently we inducted a new Sun Court.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah,
because
we had a
that's
new
part of the
Sun
pageantry, right?
There you go, and we are one of only 2 bowl games, I believe. There's only 2 bowl games that have a court of some kind. Whether they're basically for us, it's the Sun Court. And what they are, they become ambassadors for the Sun Bowl Association and for the city of El Paso. And what does that mean? So when we get our visitors, whether it be for the basketball tournament, the football game, the week-long events they're always around, and they're ready to answer any questions and give suggestions of where to go visit while they're here in El Paso. Right. And, these are all very intelligent young ladies with great GPAs and all getting awesome degrees. And we have a new queen who is going to be, she was on the Sun Court last year as a Sun Princess.
Great. Who's that?
And our new queen is Annalisa Quiñones, who is the daughter of Cesar and Monica Quiñones. And she is majoring in rehab sciences with a concentration in speech pathology here at UTEP.
Fantastic.
A local girl is our queen, Annalisa Quiñones, and then our lady in waiting is also an El Paso native. Basically, all the Sun Court, they are all El Paso natives.
Correct.
And our lady in waiting, so if Annalisa gets sick and she has to step down, whatever it may be,
right. She would take over.
She'll take over as the leader. And the lady in waiting is Jasmine Jamie, and she is also a native of El Paso and also attends UTEP. And she's majoring in finance with a concentration in risk management. Now,
we don't talk about it very much, but the Sun Bowl Association has a huge, rich history.
Oh yeah,
and it involves pageantry. It involves having the Sun Court and having certain areas. The women would work on the Sun Court girls, and the guys would work on a game. But anyway, that's what's so unique about this. You just heard we're probably one of the few places that still has a queen for the bowl game, but it's pageantry, it's history, it's cultura.
There you go. And the other bowl game that does it is the Rose Bowl.
Oh yeah, their pageantry of the girl is amazing.
I mean, and here's the cool thing, they're the oldest bowl game. We're the second oldest bowl game, and both of us have these traditions. Right. And we both have parades that we put on, and we're both very, I believe, successful at what we do.
Absolutely, and understand that Division I football in America is monster. It's as monster as the NFL.
Oh, yeah.
And the thing about it is that along with what happens, on the field, there is a lot of pageantry. Even at the games, you have games where they're playing for a jug, an empty jug or something, or all these games. New Mexico against the Aggies, they have a game where they play for some sort of item. Yeah. With UTEP, they play for a spittoon, I think. Yeah. But the thing is, the pageantry and the history of it all is part of the culture. and the dynamic of whatever university it is.
So again, congratulations to all those young ladies who are now became a part of the Sun Court as a Sun Princess. And you could go to sunbowl.org to find that list and see the pictures and the headshots of the Sun Court. They're also on our Facebook page, which you go to, just type in Sun Bowl Association or at Tony the Tiger Sun Bowl on Facebook, and you'll see we put up a nice little photo album from the event that we had when they were inducted into the Sun Court.
Right, yeah, I saw that.
So, staying with college football, since we brought up college football, if you don't mind, Abel.
Go ahead.
I sent out some information recently. The AP Top 25 came out just yesterday.
Yeah,
so we're talking,
yeah.
I mean, you brought up college football.
We're right at the doorstep right now.
There you go, man. I mean, all the excitement going on around, the UTEP Miners football team, and
almost selling it out. There's like only 15% of the seats are left.
And to me, that's a really great time to get out there and preview what the excitement is, during our Tony the Tiger Sun Bowl game as well.
Yeah, and once again, you talk about a diverse football team. I do Mineros en Español, and we interviewed the kid from Parkland, Hankin,
Dion Hankins.
Yeah, and his mom is from Juarez.
Oh, wow.
Yeah,
he's such a nice kid.
And he's so
nice,
dude. That guy could probably get away with murder just by smiling.
He's
awesome.
A
good, cool-looking kid.
He's a really good guy, and that's the kind of people that we have here in El Paso, Texas, and and
the same for New Mexico. There's a lot of tradition over there, and a lot of. I forget the name of the gentleman, and I apologize to him. May he rest in peace. He was the kicker for the Cowboys. And he's a big philanthropist.
Danny Villanueva.
Yeah, man, I got to meet him
Yeah.
and work with him and work with Chicano Studies over at New Mexico State.
Oh, he was big into that.
And he was huge. And, just to see that, and know that, I mean, he was a professional football player.
Oh, yeah.
Then got into the media and Spanish media. So I mean, there's great tradition and great people that have been around here. And that's why college football is so important. But heck, us here, the way we talk about it, then you jump into the national level and, I mean, what comes up? I didn't see your list yet. But
well, again, the Tony the Tiger Sun Bowl game will be played on Friday, December the 30th this year. Friday, December the 30th, and we bring in teams from the ACC and the Pac-12. So, I put out the information about the teams from those two conferences that made it into the top 25. And, of course, out of the ACC, it's Clemson who leads the way again in these preseason polls. And, people will go back and forth and, these preseason polls never matter. They don't matter. However, it gets us talking about college football. And you see number 4, Clemson, and then number 5 is
Notre Dame.
There you go, Abel. I know you're a big follower of Notre Dame.
Well, my brother's a grad.
And so Notre Dame comes in for the preseason AP Top 25 poll at number 5. And then out of the ACC is NC State. They're number 13, followed by Miami at number 16, and then Pitt's number 17, and Wake Forest rounding it out at number 22. So the ACC looks pretty strong in the preseason poll.
But that's always to be expected.
Oh yeah.
We've seen some crazy things where ACC teams we're in a money game for the other team and something happens.
And that's the cool and crazy thing about college football.
Absolutely.
Is you really don't know what's going to happen until it happens.
Look at the Sun Bowl. This past Sun Bowl.
Yeah,
it's a great example of what you're talking about.
We had Miami coming in, and then a couple of days a couple of days before the game, they weren't coming, and all of a sudden, we have Central Michigan in the Tony the Tiger Sun Bowl taking on Washington State last year, which ended up being a really awesome game.
I loved it.
I mean,
I watched it on the tube because my knee blew out, but it was a fantastic game.
Yeah, so Washington State was in the bowl game last year. And speaking of the Pac-12, out of the AP Top 25, the favorite right now is Utah, and they're coming in at number 7. And then you got the Oregon Ducks at number 11, and USC is number 14. And then while the Bruins of UCLA, they received some votes. But, again, Utah's the favorite, and they played pretty darn well last year all season long. They have a great running game. They typically are very good defensively. And they just play hard-nosed football, the Utah Utes do.
I think the whole state of Utah plays hard-nosed football. You got the BYUs over there. Utah State always has a good season. So I can see that. I think there probably should be a couple more teams from the Pac-12, but
Well,
But I mean, it is what it is, right?
yeah,
It's
I mean, again,
preseason
it's preseason, and again, we have our thoughts. The voters had their thoughts, and
Right.
and that's where it's at, and
Right.
that's we get to talk about this and enjoy the talk of college football. Again, remember that the 89th annual Tony the Tiger Sun Bowl will be on Friday, December the 30th, at noon here in El Paso, Texas. Okay, and it's going to be at Sun Bowl Stadium, of course, and you can watch it on CBS Sports once again, and you can listen on the radio at Bowl Season Radio. Go to sunbowl.org for all your information, for all your ticket information. We got all our ticket information is all updated on the website now. And if you want to call and ask about, maybe putting some tickets on hold or how to go about, that, call 915-533-4416. Alan Hughes will help you out. Tickets don't go on sale to the public until October the 3rd.
Right.
But she is taking notes down and can help you out as much as she possibly can so that you can get the tickets that you want to get.
Well, and also might as well tell all these companies that are out there, that might have some extra money laying around for something to do for their employees. You can always look at getting one of those places where you have closed circuit TV and service to the
Oh yeah,
to the
those
area.
we have the new sections, with the Loge boxes,
Yes,
and
yes.
you got your areas, for example, the Larry K. Durham Center,
Right.
where there's a lot of food provided there, and you also have what used to be known as the Captain's Club, and you can go and mingle around. And
That'd be great this year because they've changed it all around.
Oh yeah, and
Yeah.
it's very, very nice
Yeah.
in there. Again, go to sunbowl.org, click on the tickets link. Get all your information there about the tickets. Call 915-533-4416 and start thinking about how you want to go about, purchasing your tickets.
Let's talk about what's happening this week. You guys have an event coming up that is it the second annual? Yeah, it's
This
the
is
second
the
annual.
second annual.
And the reason I bring up a second annual because the way you guys talked from last year, I mean, there was no way you were not going to have a second annual.
Yeah,
flag football
the flag
tournament.
football tournament. We had our very first one last year.
Right.
We partnered up with the Southwest Flag Football League of El Paso, and Adrian Morales is heading up that committee, and he did a wonderful job for us last year, and I know he's doing a great job for us right now.
Right.
Helping us to organize that event. We have, I think, 50 teams, if not a couple more. But I know we did reach the 50 mark, which was a jump in the number of teams from one year to the next, and that's what we want is growth.
Right.
So again, 50 teams. There's going to be a co-ed division, there's a men's division, and there's a women's division.
Right.
So it starts on Friday night here in El Paso, Texas, Friday, August 19th, starting at 5 p.m. It's all co-ed day on Friday. Nothing but co-ed teams.
Wow.
That's all Friday evening.
I think I'm going to have to go sneak by and check it out,
I
man.
mean, yeah, get out there. We're gonna
Flag football is a fast game.
and it's big here in El Paso, Texas.
Right. And
Huge.
you know there's national flag football
Oh, yeah.
teams, right?
Oh,
Mexico
yeah.
has an
Well,
Mexico has an all women's flag football
Yeah,
team
we're
and
aware
all
of that.
women's American tackle football
We're
team.
aware of all that, and that's we're trying to get those teams to come over.
Yeah.
And that's our goal is to attract those kind of teams.
That would be
the
hell of a-
national, and we got teams from San Antonio coming in.
There you go, man.
So
There you go.
again, it's growing, and it's Friday, Saturday, and Sunday at the Westside Sports Complex. Again, co-ed on Friday, both men's and women's all day Saturday from 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. and then championships on Sunday. So that the championship games start at 9 in the morning and go through about 1 o'clock in the afternoon on Sunday, and we'll be giving out all our awards on Sunday and taking photos and having a great time. Tony the Tiger will be out there throughout the various times of the tournament, and you can get pictures with Tony the Tiger. And again, men's, women's, and co-ed. So go on out and check it out. All the teams are registered. We'll be putting out the schedules, I think, tomorrow afternoon, and we're ready to go.
Man, fantastic. You guys over there at the Sun Bowl Association, you work hard to bring new stuff, but you got to make it work because you get Bernie's your boss.
Oh, yeah.
So you got to make it work. And flag football, I think, was just a natural moving over into another event. I mean, you guys have done soccer, and you guys were blown away with all the teams that came for soccer. And,
Oh, yeah.
And so this is a good event. Co-ed, women, men, playing together and all that. And they're good athletes, by the way. These are not just, me on a Sunday with a beer in one hand and
Oh man,
the ball in the other.
The women, let me tell you, these women really get after it. They're
Right.
very aggressive, And then you have the men again who are super athletic,
Right.
and they have plays. They have game plans. They have plays. I mean, it's amazing. And the thing is, they get pretty intense and competitive. They're playing for money.
That's right. That's right. We didn't tell anybody.
You get a cash prize. So in the competitive level, the winning team will get $2,000.
Wow.
$2,000.
No wonder they're coming from San Antonio.
And that's the thing about it, you know what I mean?
Right.
They get that money and they get to use it however they please. And then, of course, you get your championship belt. We give a belt, a big, really awesome looking kind of wrestling belt. You know, those things. And it's been a really nice touch. And they loved it last year. They loved that championship belt.
Right.
You know, it was a question by a couple of people in our office. Oh, I don't know about that. I don't know if that's going to work.
Well, you got to show them video of all the wrestling championships and how many people are screaming for this guy holding a belt.
Exactly,
right?
exactly. So, if get out there to the West Side Sports Complex so you can at least check it out. Maybe you'll be interested in playing it next year. And I'm
sure there'll be some food vendors and stuff.
There's definitely food vendors.
You can buy
and
some
concessions,
water and soda
things like
and all
that.
that.
We have all that good stuff. And then, just keep an eye out on our social media sites. Again, Facebook and Instagram. Instagram at Tony the Tiger Sunbull. We'll have some postings up so you can get a glimpse of the tournament. And hopefully maybe that'll convince you to join it next year and try to win some money.
Well, Eddie, as usual, you are flying around doing what you do best, and then you're also involved in so many other things, and which is great, right? I mean, it's life is good.
Chihuahuas.
Yeah, life is good, and
I love sports.
and that's great, and college football locally. Here in a couple of weeks, New Mexico State Aggies out there, and Conference USA, huh?
Yeah.
Whoa, that's something to look forward to. Those two teams.
That'll be neat
in
when New Mexico State gets fully integrated.
Yeah, it's good. It'll just turn. It'll turn the whole place into a.
We're
gonna beat you.
Yeah, you'll feel the vibe most definitely. Of the rivalry. It'll take
Absolutely.
it up a notch. And Abel, again, just want to remind people, go to sunbull.org. For your ticket information, and call 915-533-4416. And you can, like I said, you can ask for ticket information, and Alan will be as helpful as possible. And she'll, mark down your name and where you want to sit. And when that time comes, she will do everything she possibly can to make sure you get those tickets or as close as possible.
Well, we're coming up, man. Sun Bowl coming up again this year, and it is on the 30th.
The 30th.
And that is a Friday.
That is a Friday.
And let me tell you that it's going to be one of those unique weekends, man. You get a day before New Year's Eve to get over the 30th and then still go party on New Year's Eve.
There you go.
And then, if you're from out of town, you get the flight home and you're fine.
There you go, man. So, again, I have this little poster up right here, and I don't know if people would be able to or not.
I'll also get a shot of it and put it, and you can leave it and put it in the thing.
Just, we'll have these posters up. Hopefully, if anybody wants to grab one, you can go to our office at 4150 Pinnacle Street, Suite 100, and you could just put it up. Help us out by putting it up at your business or your classroom, whatever it may be. And you could just scan and see where it sends you to.
Right.
And I'm not going to tell you where it sends you to, but
that's a surprise.
You can find out for yourself.
I have to scan it.
Again, Abel, I thank you so much for always being so supportive of everything that not only I do, but the Sunbull Association does. And you've been a part of our organization for many, many years, whether it's a football host committee or basketball host committee or simply doing things like this. And I know from me in particular, I thank you so much, Abel. I'm so excited to do this again. You're number 3?
Yeah, number
Is
3,
this
man.
How many years we've done this?
You're only losing to Annie's Adventures. She's in year 4.
Year 4, but
yeah,
year 3.
And remember, we suffered one because we had to cut it off because there was no show, no game. But Eddie, you're a great guy. You work hard. You remind me of me when I was loving everything and moving around, and I still do. But not at the speed you're running at.
Hey,
so anyway.
And you know how I move, especially when we get closer to our events,
You should get $1 a mile for all the miles you drive because you drive like crazy.
And take Abel's advice. Take Abel's advice. During game week, if you see me don't expect me to be,
Just kind of nod your head.
and be like, hey, Eddie, how are you doing there?
Good luck.
Keep going by. 'Cause
Exactly.
I'm pretty focused, and I really want to do, like you said, a good job and provide all the information possible for our fans and followers, everybody here and around the borderland, and everybody beyond all across the country, because we do have a wonderful, wonderful event in the 89th annual Tony the Tiger Sun Bowl, well, along with all our other wonderful events, which include the basketball tournament, which is, many, many years old, started back in the 60s, and then also our parade, which is 85 plus years old, and everything else around that we have going on. So make sure to go to sunbowl.org. Call 915-533-4416. Hit up Abel. He can answer some questions.
I can too.
Or
Abel
he can direct you.
Abel at dialogueep.com if you want to talk to me. So anyway, that's the end of this episode. We want to thank everybody that tuned in and listened to us. And thank you very much, Eddie.
Thank you, Abel. We'll see you next time.
Nos vemos, raza.
Thank you for listening to the Tony the Tiger Sun Bowl podcast with Eddie Morelos, Media Relations Director for the Sun Bowl Association. And don't forget to follow the Tony the Tiger Sun Bowl on all its social media platforms. They're on Facebook at Tony the Tiger Sun Bowl, Twitter, Tony the Tiger SB, Instagram, Tony the Tiger Sun Bowl. And if you need more information about anything pertaining to the Tony the Tiger Sun Bowl, you can go to www.sunbowl.org.